You're listening to The Services Brief, part of Main Street Media. I'm Taylor. It's Monday, June 22nd, 2026. 3 stories across the service economy and what each one means for the owner. Start with what's hitting your material invoices. Another round of HVAC manufacturer price increases landed this month. Armacell raised prices on all of its flexible foam insulation by 7% effective June 1. Water Furnace pushed an average 3.9% increase across its residential lines in late May. These aren't one-offs. They're the latest step in a climb that's been running all year. And the labor side is tighter than the materials side. Trade reports this year put the shortage of licensed HVAC technicians at roughly 110,000, and most plumbers are booked solid, with about 1 in 7 turning work away. For an owner running a service business with employees, here's what that combination means. Your 2 biggest cost inputs, materials and skilled labor, are both moving against you at the same time, and your competitors know it. 83% of HVAC businesses have raised prices in the past 12 months. That's not a market where holding your rate steady reads as loyalty to your customers. It reads as you quietly eating the increase yourself. The concrete move this week is to pull your top 5 material line items, check what they actually cost you today against what your current pricing assumes, and reprice the jobs that use them before your next batch of estimates goes out. Second story is about who answers your phone. The field service software platforms have spent the last year and a half rolling out tools that handle the front office, and 2026 is the year they got good enough that owners are actually switching them on. Housecall Pro's built-in assistant now answers inbound calls and website chats around the clock. A customer calls after hours, it picks up, pulls their account, books the appointment straight into your calendar, and discloses its AI at the start of the call. Service Titan has a whole division building trade-specific AI rather than a bolt-on chatbot. What does this mean for an owner with employees? The math is simple and a little uncomfortable. The call you miss at 7 p.m. is the job that goes to the competitor who picked up. Most owners have been patching that hole with an answering service or a part-time front desk person, and now there's a third option that works nights, weekends, and holidays without a timesheet. The risk is flipping it on and walking away. A booking bot that fumbles an upset customer costs you more than the after-hours job it saved. So the concrete step, if you already run one of the major platforms, switch on after-hours booking for 2 weeks, then sit down and listen to the actual call recordings before you trust it with daytime volume. Third, the consolidation story, and this week, it's automotive. Boyd Group, the operator behind Gerber Collision, closed its acquisition of Joe Hudson's Collision Center earlier this year. 258 shops across the Southeast, about $746 million in annual sales. A single deal that grew Boyd's footprint by 1/4 to more than 1,300 locations. And Collision isn't done consolidating. The big buyers are ramping back up in 2026 after a quieter 2025, with names like Caliber lining up for public listings. Here's the owner read, whether or not you turn a wrench for a living. When a regional consolidator moves into your market at that scale, they bring insurer relationships, parts buying power, and marketing budgets a single shop can't match alone. They don't win by being better at the actual repair. They win on volume contracts and procurement. The independent shops that hold their ground compete on the things scale erodes: turnaround time, the relationship with the customer, and a reputation that doesn't come out of a national ad budget. The concrete implication: if a consolidator is buying in your category and your region, the time to lock in your referral sources and your best technicians is before they arrive, not after they've planted a flag down the road. That's it for Monday. Find all of Main Street Media's shows wherever you listen. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you Friday for the Business Spotlight.